Well, the first round of heats for both the Pacers and Trotters have been locked away, and as expected, King of Swing, very impressive, but right on his heels, Expensive Ego, his stablemate, and I'm joined by the editor of the National Trot Guide Online, Michael Corder. Fabulous night of racing, Michael.
What a fantastic night's racing. What a great position for Luke McCarthy to be in, to have two horses of that calibre. It's just fantastic, and Expensive Ego really was just as impressive as King of Swing, if not more. So I don't know if I was in Luke's boots which one I would want to drive, but gee, what a great spot to be in.
Yeah, it certainly is. King of Swing dictated the terms after a short battle to get to the front. Expensive Ego, ditto. He got a little bit more work to get to the front, but I agree with you. I think Expensive Ego was highly impressive tonight.
Yeah, he's a horse. I think Luke made the comment, this horse has got so much bottom. He said he's still learning what it's all about. So, dare I say, he's the next champion on the Australian scene. I mean, King of Swing's the reigning champion, but gee, Expensive Ego's breathing down his neck.
King of Swing covered his last 426-1, defeating a very brave Majestic Cruiser. Also in the mix there was Bonsall Benjamin. A couple of nice runs, Michael. I thought the run of Reactor Now, coming from well back in proceedings, finishing just midfield. He had no luck whatsoever out of the Inter Dominion heats tonight. I'd be keeping an eye on Reactor Now.
Well, you get a better view than I do, but the horse that caught my eye tonight was Line Up. And I thought, gee, with a little bit of sting out of the track, I thought this horse is going to be suited because he's had a few leg problems over the last few months. And Darren Brinskin, well, he put him in the race, and he never shirked the task in the run home either. And I thought he's a horse that dead set worth following for the rest of the series. Finishing
fifth in that particular race, another horse that you may be able to pick up some nice points is Lurum Lake. He was very brave in defeat. He finished fifth, and he never stopped trying all the way down the straight.
Yeah, a few of these horses really stepped up, and I mean, we've got a great group of young drivers at the moment. And when Cameron Hart won that last Trotters heat there, to win it at that age is just, well, it's his history being set, and it's just something we'll never forget.
Yeah, Majestic Man, successful in the first of the heats, led, dictated, just got home, wasn't overly impressive, but he will be on the way up.
Well, look, I disagree with you. I think he was impressive. Anthony Butt said, I'm still working him out. I haven't had him for long, haven't pushed him around too much. And he said, we'll both be better for the run. And he said when the other horses loomed up to him, he just started to put them away and thought, I'm too good for you lot. So I think he's still the horse to beat in the Trotters.
Yeah, and Funky Monkey, he's main danger on paper tonight. Lost all chance with an early break, and she never settled into the race whatsoever.
No, I think Robbie Morris made the comment that the horse was a little bit overcome having all these horses in front of him, and she didn't really adapt to it, whereas you got the 4-year-old in the last race that did adapt to it, Timothy Red, and came out and blew them away. So, look, both horses, you'd probably feel they're going to be better for the next series, but as Robbie said, there's still 2 more rounds of heats to go, so maybe we can still get there, but I think it burst his bubble a bit tonight.
Yeah, Timothy Red, I think even his parents would have been surprised by that win.
Well, the randos, you can still hear them cheering if you think about it. And I was sitting next to Amanda, Joe and Mary's daughter, and I'll tell you what, she got pretty excited. And good luck to them. I mean, it's fantastic. It's opened the series right up. It's given everybody something to cheer for.
Tough Monarch had every chance, and Pink Galahs had to do a lot of work, but she fought on bravely.
I'm very concerned that Tough Monarch might be a little bit on the down at the moment. He is getting a bit long in the tooth, and maybe it's a big ask for him to come out and win this series. I thought Pink Galahs was, as always, plucky. She never gave up, and she had a hard run in the death most of the trip, but I thought she fought on well, so she'll be there at the finish.
Yeah, totally agree. I think Tough Monarch has seen better days. He's always going to be competitive. That's his nature.
Oh, look, he's been a great champion, and he's one of our Menangle champions, let's be honest. So you want to see him there in the final, and for the best final, he'll be there.
Well, Mike, that's the news as far as the action on course. Some news off the track and some good news and some bad news. The bad news, our good mate Glenn McElhenney had a serious fall here 2 weeks ago, speeding into the turf, fractured his left elbow, and has had an operation and a plate inserted.
Yeah, popular figure around Menangle, G-Mac, and you see him buzzing around everywhere, and he helps anyone out who needs to work a horse or needs any advice on their horses, and he's a veteran these days. And in the British Challenge here a few weeks ago, he was very competitive and was in the final. He'll be missed around the place, and his daughter Tiana will certainly be working doubly hard because Glenn's a big help to her.
The good news I've heard from both Blake Fitzpatrick and Sean Grayling, Gavin Fitzpatrick is up and about, surprising everyone, and may be back in action in as little as 3 weeks.
He's not short on courage, Gavin, I'll give him that, and we thought he might be facing 2 or 3 operations when he first had that horrific fall at Penrith in a trial, and they said, well, his knees copped it copped the full brunt of the fall, and it could be months before he's back. And here you're telling me he could be back within a month. So that just shows the fight in the young man, and good luck to him.
The photos were horrific. I can tell you that firsthand. But the remarkable recovery by Gavin without any needing plastic surgery or anything. They just say he is recovering just through sheer will.
Well, I'm going to have Zeus Bromack, and he's been scratched from the series too, so he's probably pining for Gavin.
The other news coming out of the meeting, speaking to Brad Abbott, he's retired Don Boston. He had a marvellous career, $345,000 in prize money, a sensational performer and a crowd favourite, but now his days are back in the paddock to rest.
Great old horse, Don Boston, and I love watching him go around. And you always knew the race would be truly run, and everything would get their chairs because you'd burn to the front and make them all run along. And look, I love watching him go around here. And he scored a couple of fantastic wins in fast times at his peak. What did he race till? He's 11 or 12 years old, I think. So
I think it's 13.
13. So I think he's probably have to retire, don't know, at a certain age. But yeah, he'll be missed around the place too.
Yeah, well, Brad's got a few more horses coming into the stable to take the place of Don Boston. Well, Mick, good to catch up with you. The action now moves off to Bathurst and Newcastle. The heats will just continue to be sensational.
Yes, we won't be getting much sleep for the next couple of weeks, will we? It's a fair bit of travelling, not just for the horses, but for us as well. So hopefully it'll be a long day to go to Bathurst and back. I'm thinking of staying the night. We'll see how we go.
And all the stories will be on the National Trot Guide online.
Yeah, they certainly will. And thanks for your help with it, mate. There's a lot of good coverage on there as we speak.